It's been quite a scene there. Hope you're doing okay and hanging in there and taking a break every once in a while when you need to. When we heard from Governor Walz there, he said that the National Guard is staged and ready, prepared to respond and assist local law enforcement and free them up to do other tasks. He also said he would be billing the federal government for the Minnesota National Guard there. Have you heard anything about that, and what are folks on the ground telling you as you get a pulse of the people there?
Hi, Anna. Well, federal immigration officers have left the scene right now, and you can see that there's actually a blockade put in place right here. Some garbage cans, some furniture, some couches that some of the demonstrators have put up in place to kind of block off this area. They blocked off about a block out here where the shooting took place, and you can actually still see that there are hundreds of protesters that are out here that are very frustrated and angry after another deadly shooting here in Minneapolis. I want to take you guys over on the other side of this barricade that was put in place as well, because you can actually see where the hundreds of protesters are out. Now, I did just speak with a gentleman that was sitting on that couch right there on that barricade, and he told me if law enforcement comes up, tells him to move, then he'll move. He is just sitting there for now, but they really have kind of blocked off this area to make sure that other law enforcement doesn't come through the area. But we actually did speak with a gentleman earlier too who was right in front of where that shooting took place, and he said that they had to put up some crime scene tape around where the shooting took place because during the chaotic clash between those federal officers and protesters, it got taken down. And he was really concerned about that because he wanted to make sure that evidence in this case was preserved, and it appeared that in the clash that it was disrupted. And of course, we know from speaking to people here that they are very frustrated about this operation that's happening in their city right now, but also because a lot of the people in their community who are undocumented are in hiding. There are a lot of nonprofits, rapid response groups, churches even, that have all come together to gather clothes and food and drop off to people who are too scared to leave their homes right now. And this shooting took place less than a mile from where Renee Good was killed less than a month ago. And so people are very frustrated about that. And actually, Anna, we're standing right in front of where that shooting took place. If we can, Mosier, if you can point to where that a New American Development Center, that's actually where that shooting took place earlier this morning, a little after 9 o'clock. And we know that Minneapolis officials have identified this man as a 37-year-old Minneapolis resident. DHS does say that he did have a gun on him at the time, but we are still working to figure out exactly what happened. It looks like that they have tried to kind of close off the area where the shooting took place. There isn't any more crime scene tape up at the moment, but we know that we've heard from Minnesota officials who want to make sure that they're able to preserve all of the evidence in this case. There is some crime scene tape to my right. There was a little bit more earlier, but again, there have been hundreds of people that have been through this area, and we've seen that tear gas and pepper spray come out as well. And so you can see now that there's already a cross up right where that shooting took place, and people chanting, "Whose streets? Our streets," and some signs we're seeing, "Stop killing us," and that we've also seen "Ice out of Minnesota" as well. And so a lot of frustration here on the ground, and a lot of these businesses too closed right now as well because of everything that's happening, Anna.
All right, NewsNation.
You can see actually that there are some flowers that have been put up in place too for this gentleman who did pass away earlier today.
Yeah, Mills, great reporting out there. Continue talking to folks there on the ground and let us know what they're saying, and we'll continue monitoring these press conferences. Thank you so much for being there. Great.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.